What's up, everybody? I'm back again. Talk about Bernard Hopkins versus Sergey Kovalev fight. Well, I watched it twice, and I came up with the same result as I did the first time, and when I saw it live as well. Where can I start? Well, we start with Sergey Kovalev at 175 pounds. The best light heavyweight champion in the world. The best light heavyweight boxer in the world. By far. There's nothing else to say. He's the WBO, WBA, Super WBA. And also the IBF light heavyweight champion of the world. Now, the way I saw this fight, I mean, I didn't make a fight prediction about it, but I have to make a video about it. Sergey Kovalev, why did he win? He won because of his power. You know, he set the pace. He did everything right in that fight. It was spectacular. Like I said before in one of my videos, when you 120 a person and all the three judges have it that way, it's beautiful. It's impressive. Especially to a guy, regardless if he was 49 years old, because he wasn't trying to... If you would ask Bernard Hopkins, you're going to make age an excuse, he'll tell you there's no excuses for that loss. Sergey Kovalev handled his business. Now, where I saw the fight, man, like a lot of people, had it. A lot of people, the professionals, obviously, they had Kovalev the favorite. But most people was going for Hopkins. They wanted Hopkins to pull it off. Especially at that age, it's never been done before. And on top of that, it's never even been attempted to be done before. But, back to the fight, it was a one-sided fight. It was a one-sided fight, and Sergey Kovalev was just much too much. We gotta go about it, man. First he got him with his jab. He out-jabbed him. He beat him in every category. He just destroyed Bernard Hopkins. Destroyed him in every single round. He absolutely took care of that guy. He just kept him with his jab, and then every time Bernard Hopkins thought about engaging, Kovalev was right there with punches to welcome him. And, Hopkins felt the power. He was like, okay, this is for real. I'm hitting here with a guy. He was getting hit. He got dropped in the first round. And the rest is history. Hopkins, I was thinking he was going to outbox the guy. He tried, but every time he tried to throw a punch, there was a punch already waiting for Bernard Hopkins. A jab or something. Like Hopkins said, he tried. But every time he tried to do something, there will be something waiting for him. And that's exactly what happened. Kovalev's a boxer now, man. He can box. He's patient. He could go 12 rounds. He could do it all. He has raw power. In my opinion, that win got Kovalev in the pound-for-pound list. He beat a guy that is proven, obviously. He beat a legend. He beat him. And he beat him like he'd never been beat before. He outboxed him for 12 rounds. He won every round. Every round. Hopkins was tried. Hopkins was getting in there with some good counter shots. But Hopkins was waiting too much. Too much to counter. Too much to do his game plan. And you got to give Kovalev. Kovalev's power was keeping Hopkins' timing off. His reflexes was off. He was just having Hopkins was walking around the ring, running around the ring, trying to get it away. Because every time Kovalev was on the inside, he would catch him with a couple punches and he would step back. And Kovalev already knew what it was, man. So it was a spectacular performance. It was beautiful work by Kovalev. He just completely outworked him, out-hustled him, outlanded with power. You know, Hopkins, I gotta give him credit. He stood on his feet for 12 rounds because he was ready to go in the 12th and final round. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, Kovalev, he's crazy. He's still going for the knockout in the 12th round. All he could have done is literally run around the ring in the 12th round. That's what we call a fighter. Hopkins was trying to box. Kovalev was fighting. And that's what it was. It was a fighter versus a boxer in that fight. And the fighter won because he outfought the boxer and he didn't let the boxer box. He was the one that was doing the outboxing, ring generalship, power punching, jabs. You know, they were saying that he could have went more to the body. It really didn't matter if he went to the body. He just completely annihilated Bernard Hopkins. Almost had it out of there, but we all know Hopkins got a good chin and he has heart, and he never quit. He never tried to grab when he was hurt. He was just waiting for Kovalev, and Kovalev could have just easily run around the ring in the 12th round and just took the easy decision, but he went after him regardless. And that's what you call a guy with heart and a guy with desire. And now Kovalev is a light heavyweight champion of the world. As far as what's next for Hopkins, I wouldn't mind if he retires. I wouldn't mind if he want to stay. If he want to stay and try to get another belt, you know. It seems like Al Heyman ain't gonna try to put Kovalev in the ring with Adonis Stevenson, you know. But eventually Stevenson's gonna have to do something, you know, because he's fighting a bum, you know, a real bum that nobody knows about, and hopefully it probably won't go well because last time he got dropped by somebody that nobody knew. So, you know, but nevertheless, man, Sergey Kovalev is the man now. He proved himself. He never fought a big name. Nobody knew who he was. Now we know who he is because he beat a guy who beat a lot of other guys, and there's no denying that. And the way he did it was just too much. Just too much for Hopkins. Hopkins would try to fight. Boop, 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 boop. There was punches waiting for him right there. Every time he engaged. Kovalev just did a good job. He was patient. He was smart. He knew when to throw punches. He knew when to get on the inside, throw punches, land punches, and when to step back. Hopkins, on the other hand, was just looking for counters, looking. He never got the punch. He never got to his rhythm, you know. And that's because Kovalev disrupted the rhythm, disrupted his timing, disrupted everything with punches, straight fighting. And that's what I like about Sergey Kovalev. What's next for him? Adonis Stevenson, it don't look like he wanted with him. He could move up to cruiserweight, you know, because he looked kind of real big in there. He looked like he could be a cruiserweight in that fight. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see, you know. Andre Ward is in a situation because there's two guys in each division that he wants to fight, you know. Picks a smaller guy at 160, but he won't go at 175 and fight Sergey Kovalev. So he's in a bad situation. We don't know what's gonna happen. And on top of that, Andre Ward is not even fighting any bums at that. He should at least be fighting bums and let us see what you've been doing, because you haven't been even fighting. You haven't had fights in over a year, and it's pathetic, you know. So we'll see what happens with Sergey Kovalev. We'll see who will get a title shot, you know. But Adonis Stevenson, obviously, he's the lineal champion at 175 pounds. But eventually, how long are you going to hold that belt without fighting a guy with 3 belts? Or are you just in it for money? I don't know. But, you know, we'll see what happens. But shout out to Sergey Kovalev. Congratulations. That was, you know, I had Hopkins winning, honestly. I thought he was going to outbox the guy like he does to all the other individuals. But he stood in there. He kept his, he stood in the fight, you know. He didn't get knocked out. So I got to give him credit for that. And he had heart and he never gave up, you know, even though he was clearly losing. But congratulations, Sergey Kovalev. You are now the light heavyweight champion of the world. And you're the best light heavyweight in the world. And we'll see what happens, man. But congratulations. Stay safe, man. And thank you, guys. Take care.